freaking myself out, man.
Do a little freak out. You ready?
Yeah.
What we doing?
Crazy, I went out on the podcast. At least I'm here with you. I mean, hopefully you'll save me. Call your peoples, come get me.
Yes. Here we go.
I'm so hungry.
You so hungry? Why didn't you eat?
I ate like barely. I should have ate some more.
Would you eat some berries and nuts?
No, I ate like
caveman.
I ate like an egg, like one egg. I should have ate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I should have ate a lot more.
You ate the yolk though with all that cholesterol in it.
Nah, I stayed away from the yolk for the most part.
So you have one egg white. Yeah,
and half of a yolk. Half a yolk.
Yeah, you're hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Egg whites don't stick with you.
Nah, but it'll pass. Some mornings I just fast altogether, you know what I mean?
You're going to be better off doing that.
Yeah, I know. But now,
sometimes I do that, man. Like when on my days off, man, I forget to eat.
I do that too. I just get going.
And I feel way better.
I feel like sometimes it can get me down. I mean, if I don't eat at lunch, like 12, 1 o'clock, then it'll start to like go downhill a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get something noon, 1 o'clock. Yeah, I start getting like a little crash. Like, oh man,
diets are so hard to stick to.
I mean, for me, I've just always, I ain't never ate good really. Mm-hmm. I didn't really eat vegetables until I was grown, and then I barely, like, you know, when I say vegetables, I mean canned sweet peas, canned green beans, you know what I mean? If I'm eating carrots, they came out of pot roast, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Corn's cool, but I mess with a few more things, and I've been doing more and more, especially now, because I'm like, I want to live for a while. There's people dropping off, bro, in their 40s. Yeah, people dropping off in their 40s.
Mm-hmm. 4 score.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, I got to tighten it up. I wish I knew what the name of that thing is that this girl does. Jenny met this girl Jacqueline that works for something. It's basically, you know, fitness meal planning. They don't make them. They give you like the recipes and all this different stuff. I forget exactly, but it's all about being like fit and having a fit life with your diet, and the diet being clean. You know what I'm saying?
Clean diet.
Clean diet, man. I need it because I was be on some other stuff. I was like,
but I don't eat too much fast food.
Yeah, see.
Now, I might have some junk food up there because I got kids.
Yeah, I'm
like, man, I'm about to give me some of these Chips Ahoy.
We sometimes, man, will hit the fast food. We try to stay away from it, but we do be slipping and going hitting fast food sometimes, or ordering pizza. Not all the time. We eat at the house mostly, and then we try to like.
What's your favorite fast food place?
Well, if I'm going health wise,
you're going out. You're passing 3 other places to go to it.
Probably Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chick-fil-A or Zaxby's, or Slim Chickens, which is, you know, like Zaxby's.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, man. There's something about McDonald's, though, man. It just tastes good. A burger and fries. I don't know why. It just does.
Little double quarter pounder.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's busting. I can't tell you. It's the sodium is what it is. Yeah. It's the salt, you know.
Yeah.
You been there?
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I walked in and was like, this ain't like the ghetto Euro place where.
Nah, they got I mean, whatever, but it's good, bro. Like it's
I couldn't read the menu.
Yeah, it's like fresh. I get the same thing every time I go, It's a chicken with some red potatoes, and it's like salad in there.
How you say it? Gyro? Euro?
It's supposed to be Euro, but I guess in
ever
American it would be gyro. You know what I mean?
You ever had baba ganoush?
Nah, I've never tried lamb or anything like that. I've heard it was really good. But when I go to them places, I still do the same thing. I'll get chicken with the rice and the pita bread? Is that what that is? I get that. Maybe a little the salad in there, and I get them to just dump cheese and oil and vinegar over all of it, and it's just bussing. And they load it up too. A lot of times that's like two, or at least a meal and a snack. You know what I mean? So it's bussing. I like it. Yeah, I mess with the one I go to that's my favorite. I've been to a few of my favorites over there at the Lower Mapco on Stewart's Ferry, right there next to the barbershop, next to is that Lucky's, the bar right there. I can't think of the name of that place, but they're good.
Yeah,
they're good though.
There's one over there.
Yeah, it's right there next to Lucky's, man. Next to the little
I ain't
convenience
been over
store.
there.
It's good.
I haven't been over there in that part of town.
I don't even think they got one of those in Mount Juliet. You know what I'm saying?
They got one over there by PetSmart, like around the corner from here. But it's more Middle Eastern than Greek.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like it's not what you're expecting, kind of like
It's
tzatziki's.
still good.
Yeah,
But it's
right.
like Middle Eastern and not Greek.
Yeah,
Same thing. Just a little different.
that's what I was gonna say. It's like eating Italian food in Italy and eating Italian food in like New York or something. You know what I mean? Over here, it's gonna be different.
Same thing.
Same thing, different. I heard that was a thing like in what was it, Taiwan somewhere, man. They go same but different.
Same.
But different.
Same.
Yeah, man. Hungry, trying to fix the diet though a little bit, just to I mean, it ain't just about, man, the length of life either. It's quality of life, man. Like, especially at our age, man, you don't want to be living with like headaches and little body aches. You know what I mean? Like all that little stuff starts adding up. You got a little something here, a little something there. And you don't really notice it. You just go about your day. You just do your thing. You live with it.
I don't know.
I have like little things
If I'm not hurting and aching, I feel like I'm not living.
Well, I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it was funny. I was taking Chloe to school this morning. She's putting on, what is it, eyeshadow? Mascara?
I be forgetting which one's which, man.
Eyelashes. Whatever. She's doing her eyelashes,
Yeah.
right? She's like, I don't know why I can do them so perfect in the car with you slamming on the brakes, swerving, and I can't do them sitting still at home in front of her little vanity. And I was like, because you're like me, kid. You can operate in chaos. When everything's going smooth, you just can't.
Right. It's almost like if everything's super smooth, you're like a little like this.
Yeah.
But if you're in the moment, you're like focused.
Yeah. Like I'm brake checking her, I'm swerving.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Her body's probably just like, she knows her body. You know what I mean? So her body's in the zone.
It's kind of like playing basketball. Like if you take it to the hole, you're expecting contact. But then if you don't ever get no contact, you can't make the shot.
Yeah.
One of them things.
Yeah, it can throw you off, man. Just like I almost fell over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was expecting that pressure to be right there when I went to move that thing on my foot. It wasn't there, and I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
And the other time wouldn't be a problem. I could balance on one foot,
Yeah. I don't know what
All right.
we kind of just.
We
you know what?
What?
No, it's funny.
What?
You'll never guess.
Nice.
Look at the board.
Not even recording?
Not even recording.
Woo! But it's on the camera.
Yeah.
Alright, so we could, you want to still record from here?
I guess so. I don't know. Might as well. Oh man, but Yeah, we'll just start like that.
Yeah. I mean, you said the other audio was usable on the cameras.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
That was weird.
They had that on one of the Rogans, man, where all of a sudden, like, it went out and, like, the audio changed and you could tell it was in the cameras, but you could still hear what everybody was talking about, what was going on until they fixed it.
That's fun. I don't know what we're even talking.
Yeah, I don't even know. That's a good question. But moving past the diet part and eating healthy and whatever, football.
Mm-hmm.
The
ball and foot.
We squeaked out last week with Malik Willis.
He is not ready.
He what?
He is not ready.
Oh, he definitely not ready.
I don't even know if he's going to be able to get ready.
It's hard to tell, man. You know, it's hard to tell for multiple reasons. I don't know how much practice time he's getting with these other players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to tell because, look, I was thinking, like, what if you was like, what if a quarterback was on a team, right? And he was a great quarterback, but he's just like, man, he's not completing no passes, just looking bad, you know? But then if you go back and look at the tape, nobody's open. You know what I mean? Like, everywhere he's going, like, the defense is just smothering everybody, and he's got nothing there, you know? It's so, or the O-line is like, you got no time, you know, to throw the ball. You ain't even got time to think. You got to just pop it and just make a decision and go, you know? And so I'm just like, he definitely looks like a fish out of water, you know? And did he play? I guess he played every game in the preseason, right? Because I didn't watch all of them. I think it's great to get him out there like that, and I think it was a great opportunity, seeing as that it was the Texans. They're banged up. We knew that, you know, Tannehill was, you know, hurting. I'm sure he probably could have made it if we absolutely needed him.
I mean, I guess that's probably too, like, how long Tannehill's been in the league? Like, what, 10 years?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. He's experienced, so even like with that type of pressure that Malik's, even in college, man, I don't know, who all did he play in college?
Nobody. He played for Liberty.
That's what I'm saying. So you're not playing Georgia, Alabama, Florida, LSU, you know what I mean? Clemson, anything like that. You're not playing anybody that's really going to put you to the test like that. Not that he hadn't been put to the test.
Like, if we weren't ahead, depending on him to throw the ball to win the game, I had no confidence. But I was sitting there, I was watching the game, and I was like, if we just score 2 touchdowns.
I think too, man.
If we score 2 touchdowns, if Derrick Henry gets down here and scores 2 touchdowns, like, the defense is going to hold them off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it's coming down, I mean, you know, 2 minutes left, and Tannehill's back there.
Like, I feel much better.
I mean,
and I know he's at least going to try.
He's going to try.
You know what I mean?
We're either going to come down, we're going to win,
right?
Or you know,
right? Exactly.
And we've won more than he's turned the ball over, or we got stopped on 4th down.
It's true. I don't know what they're telling Malik, you know, like behind the scenes, but I would, you know, I imagine somebody.
But then too, he only had what, Robert Woods out there.
That's kind of my point of nobody being open kind of situation too, and that's why.
Who was he even throwing the ball to?
Yeah, and that's why I was about to say too that, you know, somebody needs to be telling them, like, hey man, just give what they're giving, take what they're giving you. You know what I mean? Surely somebody's just pop right here, pop right there. You know what I mean? And because I know for sure there was a couple times where he could have just dumped it off right here or right there, and instead just, you know, kind of like, you know, even though Mariota was better, Mariota did that sometimes, you know?
It's like, I was watching some of the mic'd up stuff after the game, and Mike Vrabel goes, you know what's the difference between us and them? We got Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Give the ball to Derrick.
I mean, that's real, though. I mean, like, that's what you got to do, though. In a moment like that, that's what you do, and thankfully we can do that.
Did you notice how big Derrick's got this year? Derrick Henry.
No, not really.
Dude, his arms are so big, he can't even undo his helmet.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to go like this.
He gotta do like
He's got to go like
that.
this, and then like that. I was like, golly, his arms are bigger than his legs.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what's up, man. I mean, that's what it takes, too. And I'm so glad this year, too, that he's been working on it and got involved in the pass game.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what we were missing with him. Because now, the bad thing is he's going to have to, like, really get much better at it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if not, they're going to chew him up because they're going to see it coming. They weren't expecting it, you know what I mean, this year. So, like, we're getting away with it a little bit. You know, so I'm sure that'll come into play. But him getting involved in the pass game like that is like, it's just crazy to me because it's like, man, if you catch him open right there, what he can do at the line of scrimmage versus what he can do out there is like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
I'll be tripping on, though, he can't pass block.
What do you mean?
Like every third down, you can tell that we're not running the ball because Derrick Henry's not in there.
Oh, yeah.
Every 2-minute drill, he's not in there.
Yeah.
You ever notice that?
Well, I mean.
But first down, they're handing the ball off to him.
Yeah. I mean, that's
and he
what
was
I'm
actually
saying.
like falling down. Like, hey, did you notice? He would hit the line of scrimmage and he would just dive forward.
He's just so big.
4 or 5 yards.
right. Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, you got 3 yards in height. Nah.
Just boop.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And football has been wild this year, you know, as far as like what teams are doing. What I mean, there's couple of teams that you're like not surprised by, but it's just players more than anything that I've noticed that, you know, not living up to the hype or other players kind of coming out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
But more, I think, players not living up to the hype.
I tell you this, though. We definitely messed up by trading A.J. Brown.
Yeah. If we'd have had him here, we'd be looking a lot better.
I mean, we always thought, what's the Titans' weakness always been? We ain't never had a number one receiver. We draft one, and then we trade him.
I know. Where's Burks even been, man?
He's hurt. He's on IR.
Oh,
Kyle
man.
Phillips. He's on IR.
That's what we was already. Well, you knew Kyle Phillips was gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, he ain't big as me. Was about an inch taller than me?
No.
About 5'8", 5'9".
I don't know.
You know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You imagine somebody my size out there getting tackled up? Man, come on, bro. I'm good for about one play.
One play.
They had to cart me off.
They had to cart you off?
Yeah. First play.
Mm.
I'll be out there seeing stars. Wouldn't know what was going on.
Man.
Yeah, man. It sucks when you're hungry.
What was I gonna say? I forgot.
Tick, tick, tick.
Tick,
Tick, tick, tick, tick. Boom.
Did you scare the kids on Halloween?
A little bit. It was more Western than anything. We had it going, had a little stuff out there. Had the fog machine fogging up the porch, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get a different one though. I'm gonna keep that one and use it, and also get it's a little 400 watt. I'm gonna get a 1,000 watt one.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I should have just got this one that was on Sweetwater. I had no idea. I could have spent like $5-10 more. It way faster heat up time, like 2.5 minutes. This one's like 7 minutes or something like that. Sometimes it takes like 5. It's like 5 to 7. I didn't know that this was something I should be looking into, you know, when I did it. But this other one was like 2.5 minutes. It's like, that's awesome. But this is also heated, so the cold stuff is the way to go. Those are way more expensive, but that comes out and lingers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's what I want. Right,
you gotta
there.
get the strobe
But you gotta
light.
get ice. Yeah, I want a nice strobe light next year. I want like a nice little strobe light going. And what I really want to do is have the big fog machine, like be fogging up the porch, all that, with the little one. Have the cold one in the bushes coming out to the little cemetery looking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then have the 1,000 watt next to the garage right there at the bottom blowing up real big. That way, like, you know what I'm saying, somebody could be on the side, and like I could just come creeping out of the smoke a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then what I'm thinking is, once I creep out of the smoke, say I'm like, oh yeah, man, the kids, oh yeah, this is funny, whatever, because that's what they do. They realize they're spooked for a second, and then it's funny. And I'm like, yeah. And then have like you or Doughboy or whoever dressed like Mike Myers or whoever else, you know what I'm saying, could be there as well. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I enjoy it. It's fun for me. Yeah.
I do not know how that work. As that beach.
Well, Weston was sitting out there dressed up like Freddy Krueger and was like right next to the candy and was just sitting there like as still as he could waiting, and we had the fog going. You know what I mean? Until people came up for the candy, you know what I mean? And then he'd take his little claw and be like, you know what I'm saying? Real quick, like over by the candy. So he was having fun too. But then after a while, he was like, man, he's like, I got to get out of here. Because I kept like fogging it up. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh my God, I got to go. Oh man, it was funny. It was fun. Yeah, Doe and Lindsay and the kids came over too. We walked around before it got dark and trick-or-treated with Weston and then went back to the crib. I think I'm going to do Michael Myers next year. Jason was cool. I'm going to do Myers. Is it Michael Myers? Yeah. I'm going to do Michael Myers. Myers next year. I think that'll be cool. Be fun. And I was playing music through the window. I had the speaker playing like like Mike Myers music and like the sounds
we should do Wayne's World.
It's like chains.
Yeah, we should do Wayne's World. Big live Wayne's World podcast.
I thought about that too. I already thought about it. You know what's funny is the only reason I didn't is I'm gonna start doing whatever I'm doing whatever I want from now on, because I'm like, I didn't do it before. Because I thought, I don't want, like, they had Wayne's World back in the day, you know, and I was like, that's probably something illegal about it. And then I went online and I looked, and there was like 30, 40 people had podcasts called Wayne's World, you know what I mean, this or that. And I was like, well, shit, I can do whatever I want.
It's just like you, like how many AAA auto services are there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, the only part that I'd be worried about is like those guys. They're probably nobody saying nothing because nobody. I'm not gonna say nobody, but it's not that many people watching Wayne's World podcast though. Yeah, these particular ones, they didn't have a lot. So once you built up, then that's when they're gonna be like, hey man, you can't be using Wayne's World. You know what I mean? I guess at that point don't really matter. You can change the name. But it's just like how you got do you remember there was a magazine when we were like 10 years old, man, called Mm-mm. Yeah, there was a magazine, HUH. It wasn't nothing to do with, it was just underground music. I don't even remember what HUH stood for. But that's when I very first heard of Master P, because the magazine would come like once a month or whatever, and it would come with a cassette tape, and it was like a mixtape. Yeah, with different music. I was like, this is cool. And that's when I very first, it's the Ice Cream Man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I listen to that all the day.
So,
what else on? I listened to Master P the other day. I listened to a bunch of them.
Master P.
Well, he was jamming back in the day.
Oh, man.
He really was.
Man, for sure.
He was killing it.
And then just to, get out everybody from his hood together and
No Limit Soldiers.
I mean, they didn't really have no whack rappers. Like everybody, like Silk was okay. If I had to say like whoever was the weakest link, I'd say it was Silk, and he was still cool.
There was a bunch of them though.
Bunch of what?
He had too many to even name all of them.
Well, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like all the different rappers, Fiend, like wasn't it like Magic, Mr. Swerve on, Young Bleed, but they were all like they were Kane different. Kane and Abel, they were good. Kane and Abel popped off for a minute. C-Murder,
Mia X,
the Sons of Funk or whatever it was, little singing group. they probably weren't the most popular, but I don't remember what their album was. But the music they did on everybody else stuff was cool.
Mystical.
Oh yeah, of course. He was like the
I
biggest.
think he's back in jail again.
For child support.
No, I think he sexually assaulted somebody again.
Ah. The only reason I joked about the child support thing because I remember like he got hit for like
he was
talking about like
he was
6 racks a
dope.
month.
Dude, he was dope.
Oh yeah, fire.
His voice.
Yep. Could see me with a bird's eye view. Here I go. Let's go. But yeah, man. Like, but that's what I mean. Like, I never heard a CD that came out from any of the rappers that came out of No Limit that was just like this rapper's whack. You know,
they had the benefit of the doubt because they had the tank on the CD.
Yeah.
I mean, they couldn't have been whack when you got Master P on a verse.
Yeah.
Somebody else is on a verse.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, bro, if a rapper though, like, no, if he's whack, I don't care who's on the track, and I don't care how many tracks he's on. Like P wasn't on all the tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I mean. Like none of them, like a few of them were super fire, and some of them weren't like the most amazing or whatever, but they were all good. And then you had the Hot Boys came out of there.
Yep.
Which give us Lil Wayne.
Juvie.
Yeah,
BG.
Juvie. Yeah, Juvie. Turk.
Manny Fresh.
It's crazy to see what happens, man. Like Juvenile was like the biggest solo. You know what I'm saying? And then Lil Wayne took over. And then BG looked like he was going to like do something, similar. But then I guess he had like some personal, issues.
Yeah, he got in trouble or something.
Yeah. Well, plus, man,
And Turk got in trouble.
Yeah.
Too.
And then plus BG, man, was look, man, I'm not trying to diss nobody, but he was on heroin.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah. Done heroin and shit, This is just from me researching stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? I think that had something to do with, a little bit of the fall off. You get a bunch of money, get successful, and you got a drug habit. You know what I mean? That can be a problem.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy, though, to see what happens. You know what I mean?
Oh, bro.
People that trickled off and just Lil Wayne just went and just took over. Took over everything, man. Shoot, Wayne bred a new generation of rappers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a whole, not even a culture, really. Face tattoos, all that. Like, bro, before Wayne, I mean, it was out there, but it wasn't like as prevalent.
Did you say, there was some video going around. He was on a podcast, and the guy was like, all right, I'm going to read some lyrics to you. The guy starts reading these lyrics to him. He's like, whoa, that's fire. He was like, "You said this." He's like, "I did say that."
Yeah,
I remember writing that. Yeah, like, I remember writing that. Yeah. I remember writing that.
That's funny. That's funny, man. The funny thing is, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like I've even talked about it before, like people writing stuff for other people, and it's just kind of weird that, like, in music, like, with songs, like, like R&B songs, country songs, like, singing songs, rock songs, anything like that, like, nobody cares that somebody else wrote the song and then chopped it around and somebody picked it and sung it, But if it's a rap song, it's like, oh, somebody else wrote your raps? Oh, man, that's whack,
Yeah.
And I'm like, not really, because I mean, what if the other dude rapped it and you just don't like that guy? You know what I mean? There's something about him that's just not the character or the flow or the charisma. You know what I mean? But you send it to Drake and he raps and everybody loves it. So I mean, just be thankful for the music that we get out of it to enjoy.
Yeah, there's a lot of ghostwriters out there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more into it.
Or no one say ghostwriters, but you got a group of people in a room.
Exactly.
There's 3 of them, and they all write the song together, but the one guy's the one saying all of it.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've come to the sense of like that's the way things are and that's the way it should be. And back in the day, we weren't like that though. It was like nah. I write my own stuff. It was almost like a thing, like you know what I mean. Don't suggest nothing to me. Like it was almost like if you suggested something to me, I'm definitely not saying what you just said.
Or being in a freestyle battle, but you're rapping written stuff.
Well, that's what freestyle battle raps are. Is them writing all these different bars that they come up with, and then I'm sure they come with some off the top of the dome while they're there, but for the most part, they're remembering stuff they already have written down with punchlines.
Yeah.
And they're putting it together.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know.
Like if you had like a line like, you know, I'll leave the word out. I'll be like, I'll freeze my dick. I'll freeze my and cold cock you. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, if you had that as a bar, I just remembered that. I was trying to think of something, you know, like that. You would save that, and then you would say it when you were in the battle rap, you know? And I don't know that Biggie did that, though. I think Biggie was probably more of an off-the-top of the, you know, dome type of freestyle rapper.
They said Jay-Z was like that, too.
That's how I always was back in the day. I freestyled. It wasn't nothing. I wasn't spitting nothing I remembered. Like, that was...
I could do it. I tried it one time.
I didn't even know until later on.
I'm a good 4-bar, and that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to transition.
My thing,
we already...
My thing is, I don't know that I would come up with any punchlines or not. I have no idea.
Well, we're going to have to end the podcast. Of course, I didn't charge the cameras again.
Boom. That's all right, man. We've been on here for a good 40.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A little half and half. Y'all don't forget, man. Check out Wayne Beats wherever you stream music. You know what I'm saying? Got some new songs on there. Got another new song called Kurt Cobain that is on the way, coming out December 1st. And, you know, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on these videos here, man.
Yeah.
Oh, share it too if you want. If it's on your heart.
Yeah. Bam. We out.